on ESPN.
Knockout night. 3 world championship bouts in one evening. Thomas Hearns battles to keep his WBC middleweight championship from Iran Barkley. Knockout night, a pay-per-view event. Monday, June 6th. Call your cable operator and order today.
The Dodge Performer of the Year award goes to, guess who? That's right, Mario Lemieux, the brilliant all-star center of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not only did Lemieux check in with that 70-goal season for the Penguins, but he also checked in with the most valuable player performance in the 39th annual NHL All-Star Game this past February in St. Louis. Mario Lemieux, when he's on the ice, you can never let the puck out of your sight because it'll be in the net. Mario Lemieux, the Pittsburgh Penguins, garners yet another award as the Dodge Performer of the Year in the National Hockey League. For the past 4 seasons, the people with Dodge trucks and the Dodge division of Chrysler Motors have been honoring individual performances in the National Hockey League with several awards. You've heard of the Dodge Performer of the Week Award, Performer of the Month, and this year, of course, the Performer and Performance of the Year. And both those newer awards are awarded to Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins this year, and we'll find out why right now from Arthur C. Kestelute. He's the National Merchandising Manager of the Dodge Division of Chrysler Motors. And Arthur, it's your turn right now to take over the microphone and make a very special presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. For the past several years, Dodge has been deeply involved in both amateur hockey and also the National Hockey League. This past season, with some very stiff competition from the likes of Wayne Gretzky, Grant Fuhrer, the phenomenal finish of New Jersey, we'd like to congratulate you on winning both the Dodge Performance of the Year and the Dodge Performer of the Year awards. 70 points, 168 points, 42 points alone in the month of March. You had a phenomenal season. We congratulate you, and we'd like to present you with a check for $12,500, which you have donated generously to the Pittsburgh Amateur Hockey Association.
Thank you very much. I just want to say that I'm very proud to win those 2 awards, especially this year with the competition that we had in around the league, the Gretzkys, the Messiers, and all these great hockey players. It's certainly a big thrill for me to win these 2 awards. I'd like to thank Dodge for their donation. I'm sure that the people in Pittsburgh are going to appreciate that very much. I know that the youth hockey certainly going to appreciate that very much, and thanks for everything.
Terrific.
Okay, thank you, Arthur, for being with us. Thank you, Mario. 70 goals, 168 points. Next year, we're going to see those points, goals, and your Penguin teammates, I'm sure, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, that's it for this presentation right now to Mario Lemieux, a very much deserved one. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy more hockey action as ESPN's Road to the Cup continues tonight from the Boston Garden.
Now, you can score with 2 exciting subscription offers from Goal, the official magazine of the NHL. Save over $5 on your next 7 issues of Goal, or get 7 issues plus the official NHL guide and record book and save over $10. Get close to all the action. Send a check or money order or call 617-452-4480 and charge it to your MasterCard, Visa, or American Express. Call 617-452-4480 to score with Goal.
No matter what anyone tells you, the Wall Street Journal cannot make you a success overnight. Which is why we suggest a 13-week subscription.
Call 800-372-3000 for this great journal subscription offer. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street.
ESPN heats up the sports scene in June. Sizzling shots in early round action from the prestigious U.S. Open. Fired up live coverage throughout the world's greatest endurance race, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. June sparkles with future Major League stars in the College World Series. The steamy premiere of Hot Tuesday nights. Live Wednesday night PBA Tour action and Saturday night arena football. The heat is on in June on ESPN.
After one period here at the Boston Garden, it's Edmonton 2 and Boston 1. Correcting myself on the Edmonton goal scorers, it was Glenn Anderson scoring 10 seconds into the game. Esatikin added the other one, and rookie Greg Hallgood has the marker for the Boston Bruins. Well, this year in the National Hockey League, some of the best play from beginning to end in the regular season that this reporter has seen in many, many years. And, of course, a lot of that great play came from some great rookies in the NHL. Who's going to win the Calder Trophy, emblematic of the Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League? Well, let's take a look at some of the top candidates that we here at ESPN feel have a shot. The Calder Trophy is awarded every season to the NHL's outstanding rookie, and really, the odds-on choice at the top of the ballot is Joe Nieuwendyk of the Calgary Flames. He's only the second rookie in NHL history to score 50 goals. Also paced the freshman in assists, points, power play goals, and game winners. He's almost a lock. But if Nieuwendyk doesn't get the nomination, what about Darren Pang, the little goaltender from Chicago? He led all rookie goalies with 17 victories. He also had a solid .891 save percentage. Brett Hull, son of Bobby Hull of Chicago, split this season between Calgary and St. Louis. Brett Hull ranked third in rookie goals and point scoring, was second in rookie shots on goal. Then there's Ray Shepard of the Buffalo Sabres. Again, he may be a victim of playing in a small media market. He was the second in rookie goal scoring and point scoring with 38 and 65 respectively. Also was number 2 in power play goals with 15. Let's not overlook the dark horse candidate, Ulf Dahlin of the New York Rangers. Fourth in rookie goals and points this season. Very strong on his skates. He had 11 power play goals to boot. And what about Rob Brown of the Pittsburgh Penguins, playing in the shadow of Mario Lemieux in the Steel City? Brown scoring 24 goals, had 44 points, but he only played in 51 games. Outstanding. He was second in the entire NHL in shooting percentage at 30%. There are your candidates vying for the NHL's Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year. Don't look now, friends, but rookie Joe Nieuwendyk of the Calgary Flames has all the delegates he needs. He should win the Calder Trophy in a walk. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the Bud Light scoreboard as we continue down the road to the Cup on ESPN. Game 4 coming your way from the Boston Garden.
Hi, Tom. Looks like you beat me again.
No problem, Whitey. Have a sporting news on me. I get it at home, and that's where I'm heading.
I get the sporting news at home, too. But when I'm on the road, I buy it to keep up, especially about you American Leaguers.
I thought you were always up on us American Leaguers, Whitey.
Watch it, Kelly. I'll get you at the All-Star game for that one. In the meantime, stay with the sporting news.
For all the baseball news, read the sporting news every week. You get hot pennant action, player profiles, more stats and inside updates than any other sports weekly. Plus complete year-round coverage of football, basketball, and hockey, including special issues. Call for a super deal that saves you 75% off the newsstand price.
For convenient home delivery and a super deal, call now toll-free 1-800-626-8300. Get 55 issues of the sporting news for 4 easy payments of $7.50. Call now 1-800-626-8300. That's 1-800-626-8300.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the National Hockey League, Mr. John A. Ziegler, Jr.
The National Hockey League, along with other professional sports organizations, supports the President's Sports Drug Education Program. The goal of this program is simple. It is to keep our young people free from drugs. I'd like you to listen to a lady who really cares. She's given a great deal of her time to this program, Nancy Reagan.
Thank you, John. You're right. I do care. And I'm greatly concerned about the epidemic use of drugs by school-aged children. Sports figures, especially hockey players who are so respected by our young people, can help lead the way in our fight to defeat drug abuse. I'm so pleased that NHL players like Wayne Gretzky, Mike Bossy, and Rod Langway have joined this effort. Together, we'll make a great team, and together, we'll win this fight.
As we look at the Bud Light scoreboard, you see the Oilers lead it 2-1. Of course, Edmonton winning tonight, and they'll win their 4th Stanley Cup in the past 5 years. Let's take a quick look at the highlights now. In case you tuned in late, let's see how it got to be 2-1. First goal of the game, just 10 seconds in. Here goes Glenn Anderson off the opening faceoff. Splits the Boston defense, puts a backhander by Andy Moog. It was 1-0 Edmonton just like that. Just a few minutes later, though, Reed Larson lets go a blast from the center ice area, just actually on the blue line. Lets it go. It goes in, but there was one problem. The Bruins are offside, so you wipe that goal out. Now on the two-man power play, it's like giving the Edmonton Oilers a goal, isn't it? Gretzky over to Tikkanen, who one-times it. Mo gets a piece of it, but can't stop it all. Goes into the net. 2-0 Edmonton. But rookie Greg Hallgood gave the Bruins a big lift as he cruises down the slot. Wide open. Grant Fuhr is obstructed in front. He goes down to his knees. The puck goes over his right shoulder. And it is Edmonton 2 and Boston 1. That's the score after 1.
Budweiser and Bud Light join with USA Today to give baseball fans something new. Now, for the first time, you can also pick up an official All-Star fan ballot, free wherever you pick up Bud or Bud Light. Vote for your favorite Major League players. Then, test your talent for baseball trivia and win valuable prizes.
Okay, maybe... maybe not.
You like this guy at third? How about this...
No.
Come on. Do you,
What National League catcher played 11 consecutive All-Stars?
Says here it was me.
Johnny Bench! Hey, how you doing?
Answers are in USA Today every day. So to fans everywhere, settle back with a cold Bud or Bud Light. Vote for the players you want to see in the All-Star game and be part of a baseball tradition.
Delivery. Swinging a shot into right center field may not be caught.
So how long has he had it?
Less than a week. He's already used it twice.
Twice?
He's in the garage right now, looking at it.
Really?
He's wanted one all his life.
You know they last for ages.
Will you look at this lawn? It's getting out of hand.
Now I ask you, how much can grass grow in 2 days?
Nothing runs like a deer.
This is Mrs. Quinn. Sorry to call at this hour, but I think a pipe broke in my basement. I just don't know.
That's right. There's no hot water anywhere in the building. It's been
I hate to call on a Sunday, but my pump got all clogged up.
For all the times you've called and they've come, Delta Faucet salutes the professional plumber. He still makes house calls.
This is Mrs. Quinn again. In all the confusion this morning, there was something I forgot to tell you. Thanks.
Just about set to go at the second period here in Boston, but before we do that, we're going to do a little telestrating and show you one of the Bruins' power plays. The puck is over here with this man, but you can see he is facing an Oiler. It's another one-on-one situation there. The Oilers are defending well. Everybody is covered, so Craig Janney makes the good play. He dumps it cross corner in front of Grant Fuhr, but watch what Fuhr does when the puck goes by him. All right, stop it right there, and we can see that Grant Fuhr has deflected it into the corner, so Kevin Lowe has to change his direction. It'll be a fight with Cam Neely to see who gets it in the corner. Watch the job Kevin Lowe does against one of the big hitters in the NHL. Boom. And he gets possession. If we can stop it right there, you can see that this Bruin right here is overcommitted. He has gone all the way by. But here's the key. Partners are partners. And Craig Muni is moving in here to lay a pick on Cam Neely. He sets Kevin Lowe free. Stop it right there, and you can see that Janney has gotten in between Lowe and Messier. Lowe will try the pass anyway. Watch Janney cut it and get a decent scoring chance. To Joyce, another save that Fuhr was forced to make. So that's been the story for the Bruins. They haven't been able to get those ones in close, and the Oilers have been there every time with Grant Fuhr, Mike Emmerich.
You know, it looked to us, Bill, like Lowe had plenty of room to shoot it down the ice.
Well, I think what he should have done is go around the boards with it. Don't try and put it up the middle of the ice from back there. Go around the boards. That's the safe play. He has Messier over there anyway.
Now, the Bruins start the second period on the power play. They've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds with which to work. And if they score on this, it'll tie the game. They're trailing by a count of 2-1. Cam Neely tried the center, denied by Lowe. Joyce put it right back into the pile, and it is Janney having it knocked away by Lowe. Second effort by Lowe, kicking it along, and stepping free with it is Janney. Gives it back to Ray Bort. Bort then over to Janney. Drive, and that cut off in front as two Bruins were at the side of the net hoping to take that pass. Gretzky finesse for Messier, but it's turned back over, and Randy Gregg cannot play. We get a stoppage of play. And it may be too many men on the ice. We're seeing Kevin Collins with a signal of some kind, and that's going to be it. As you see the scoring in the first period, Anderson and Tikkanen for Edmonton, and Greg Hallgood with his first ever NHL goal and in the Stanley Cup Finals. Mickey Redmond, how do you see things?
I tell you, Mike, Randy Gregg, played that very smart. He backed off. He knew that there was a line change going on. Did not play the puck purposely, but they made the call anyway. You know, the unwritten rule is 10 to 15 feet. As long as nobody gets involved with the play, normally they let that play go without calling too many men in the ice. But Kevin Collins, now arguing with Mark Messier, made the call.
Well, that's a good point, Mickey. We have brought up the point that in a line change, if the players are 6, 10, 15 feet passing one another, if one of them plays the puck intentionally, it is a penalty. Count those Bruins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Absolutely right.
Gee.
I gather the Oilers aren't aware of that. I think the argument, as best we can perceive from here, and we're as close as you can be to the Edmonton bench, is about the call on the Oilers. But there were 6 Bruins there. First time in the series, the Bruins will have a 5-on-3. Overall in the playoffs, they're 2 for 9 on 5-on-3s. Oilers have been called for too many men on the ice 3 times in this series. The Bruins twice. And they've got half a minute to go in the 5-on-3. Ray Bourque tried for Linsman, but it's wheeled away by Smith.
What a play. What a low percentage play that he executed. A spin around, trying to grab the puck on his forehand from behind, and he did it perfectly.
Play broken down, too much traffic, and Larson has to see it work back further. Ray Bourque will go back. Messier right on his tail. 8 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Then there'll be a minute 20 of a 5-on-4. Janney's pass, laid ahead by Larson for Bourque. Poked it through Smith, but Gregg came across, spun one that's taken by Bourque. Bourque feeds for Crowder, and just arriving from the penalty box and making a beautiful play to cut it off was Tikkanen. Now it's a 5-on-4 power play for the Bruins as Janney wedged off by Lowe. His defense partner is there, and that's Muni. Wraps it along to Jari Kurri. Plenty of ice, and he clears. Ray Bourque turning it over to Wesley. Bruins are trailing by 1, and you can tell that the fans really want to see something here. They've been sort of critical of this Bruins power play we just sent from their reaction. Now it's out to Neely. Wrist shot blocked down by Lowe. Good penalty killing thus far by the Oilers. Neely able to keep. Right along to Sweeney. Hit hard by Kevin Lowe. Neely forced it through for Janney. Has Wesley breaking. Gives over to Sweeney. Couldn't get it in front because of Lowe. Sweeney tries for Neely, and that wouldn't go. Wesley tries to keep it in, but Gretzky taps ahead to Jari Kurri. Kurri working on Hoggood. Slithered one right in on goal, and so the Bruins now with 20 seconds to go in their power play. Glenn Wesley. Dogged by Krushelnyski. Hands to Hoggood. And he jammed it into Grant Fuhr. 5 seconds of power play time to go. Smith clears off Casper and down. And the Oilers have done it. 2-1 Edmonton leading, 17-10 to go in this second period of play. Larson tips Casper around to get it, but it is forced back in by Keith Acton. Kluzak checked by Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski at the front. Rips it out in front. Did McClellan, but it is held by Moe. 2-1, the Oilers lead.
You're in the best-selling German-engineered car in the U.S. You can feel the solid German driving experience. You like it, and you can afford it. Come to Volkswagen's 4th annual spring celebration. Find special offers on our premium cars until May 31st. After that, the spring celebration will have run its course. Now lease a Fox GL sedan or wagon for just $119 a month at your participating Volkswagen dealer.
Go to the Cup on ESPN. Tonight, coming away from Boston Garden is brought to you by the 1988 German-engineered Volkswagens and your Volkswagen dealers. By Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. And by Allstate. For home, auto, and life insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate. It is still Edmonton 2, Boston 1. Let's get back to action and rejoin Mike Emmerich and Bill Clement. Kluzak punches it away from Jari Kurri. Back it comes for Wayne Gretzky. Couldn't feed for Kurri, although he steps behind and is wrapped by Casper. Big Gordon Kluzak to play on the Bruin defense. Marquardt locked up there with McSorley, so coming by to poke it along is Bukaboom. Peterson couldn't control, and now Marquardt taps it back in. Casper took the hit, poked it from Marquardt. Man, what a collision with
the puck and a helmet. Curry able to feed it back along. Taking this is Rayport, jams it up the boards for O'Dwyer. McTavish couldn't control. Moving on is O'Dwyer, and a diving play made there by Muni. Curry, but one skipped over McTavish. Peterson taps, but he has to play again, sliding it over to Bork. 15:45 to go in the second period. Puck lost to the Oilers, and it's Courtnall. Wrist shot, blocked away, and getting his waffleboard on it was Moe. Now it is Bork, chipping one back ahead. O'Dwyer starts in with Middleton, scurrying to get back to make it a 2-on-2. Diving is Courtnall. Shot went across the goal, now fly. Incredible, as it seemed that Fuhrer got a piece of it. Now Middleton in, bangs into Kevin Lowe. Bork trying to fight it along. Lowe there, lost it to Middleton. Swings one to the slot, but Lacombe is there. Tripped up on the play by Lemieux. There'll be a penalty coming up to the Bruins. The delayed call, and Grant Fuhrer skates by. We get a stoppage of play with 15:14 to go in the second period. 2-1 Edmonton.
Hey, I like your new car. Thanks. It's got loads of power and really holds the road. You need all that performance? No, but it's nice to know it's there. You really have to take care of a car like this. A car like this is supposed to take care of you. That's why I bought Michelin's.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Pretty close call for Grant Fuhrer just before we left you. I like the play Billy O'Dwyer makes. He knew that Middleton is on his backhand. Now, was that going in? It hooked onto Kevin Lowe's left blade. But O'Dwyer is going in on the right side. Middleton's going in on the left side, so they're both on their backhand. And here's the trip that sent Mo LeMay off right there on Norm Lacombe. So the Oilers will get a chance on the power play here, but good play by O'Dwyer at the other end, going for it. Thinking drive for the net on that 2-on-1 situation. If he tries a pass, well, he's got to thread it perfectly on his backhand to a guy that's also on his backhand.
Bruins are going to bring out Casper and Burridge to work with Kluzak and Peterson in the penalty killing.
Well, there's the 0-for story again for the Bruins. Only 4 shots on goal in 7 minutes. They did not have one shot on Grant Fuhrer during that 5-on-3.
1 for 18 overall in the series. Messier with Gretzky trailing well out of your picture now as sort of a lonesome end. And Anderson. Smith and Yari Curry will be the man at the points. Curry sets it up by moving by Casper. Then up for Messier, who taps. Moak sets it up for Peterson, driven off, but right to Gretzky. Gretzky swoops. Forehand shot off the skate of Peterson. Seems to be hurt by it.
He is. He was hurt by a slash by Glenn Anderson.
On now comes Kluzak. He's one in front, but guided away by Fuhrer. Burridge checked off by Curry. It was strange. I thought I saw it hit him right in the skate, and you wouldn't think that anything like that would bother, but I'm glad you noticed the slash. On with this is Messier, but gave it right up to Burridge for the clear back down. As in games 1 and 2, and in part of 3, the Bruins have kept this one close. They trail by 1, 14:23 to go in the second period. They still have 1 minute and 5 seconds of power play time to kill off, and that missed pass will help them a little. Oilers making a change. They have Anderson, Gregg, and it's lost by Smith over to Middleton, and the shot blocked away by Grant Fuhrer. Anderson starts back out. Crowd buzzing as in comes Teakin and hands over to Gretzky. Gretzky crossing. Pivots away, has Kevin Lowe to pass to, but is bothered by Wesley. Leaves it to Wesley. Moving out with Lintzman. Lowe back in a 2-on-1. Wesley, save, rebound,
The great one is going to be angry at himself for this. He tries a fancy move at the absolute wrong time. Away come the Bruins on a 2-on-1. Wesley gotta like what he's thinking. He tees it up for the shot. I don't know, I preach that all year. Think shoot first on a 2-on-1. He looked at Lintzman though. He snuck a peek to see if he could get it to Lintzman, and look at the fog. He snuck a peek at Lintzman, decided that it was a low percentage play to try and get it over to him. He shoots, gets his own rebound. Grant Fuhr is not superhuman. And look at the reaction from Glenn Wesley.
It is kid night here at Boston Garden, Mickey Redmond. Another youngster has scored.
Guys, a couple of things. Number one, right now, both teams have been ordered onto the ice. Pretty well all the players on both teams, except for a few, to try to get this fog separated and moving around a little bit. It's gotten very, very heavy, about 4 feet above the ice. You cannot see the far end from where I'm at. But, Bill, I think the thing that I wanted to bring up was you're talking about shooting the puck. The first 3 games, the Boston Bruins were trying to pass the puck all the time, trying to get it across, and the big Edmonton defensemen have been taking that away. Right there, it pays off when he took the shot. Right now, guys, it's 85 degrees down here.
At the start of the game, it was 78. At the end of the first period, it was 81. It is going up, up, up.
You know, you bring up a good point, Mickey. The Bruins were fighting it so much. Sweeney tonight has missed a couple of chances, and they missed a couple of 3-on-2s the other night. When I say missed, didn't even get a shot on goal. Right. I really like Wesley's selection there of shooting. Every shot is a potential goal, and you can see what happens with the rebounds. Grant Fuhr leaves rebounds when he leaves his feet, and this is the man that really coughed it up in the offensive zone. Let's see how Gretzky reacts to having been put in the negative spotlight.
Burridge taps, and back to get it Smith. Keep in mind, this is still an Edmonton power play. 25 seconds to go. 13:35 remaining in the second period of a 2-2 tie. Randy Burridge steps ahead. Forces the Oilers back once more. 19-year-old Glenn Wesley and 20-year-old Greg Hawgood have gotten the 2 Bruins goals after Boston went down 2-0. Here is Messier trying to get by Bork. Couldn't shovel one in front. Simpson trying to get to it. Penalty time is up to the Bruins, and sprawling on the puck is Bork, and now Kluzak and Messier, and everyone seems to be moving along. The 2-point men remain out for the Oilers so that they can still keep that face-off near Moe.
You know, that's the second time that Kluzak has come in to push Messier when his feet have been kind of tied up with people underneath him. Well, Messier took one push and then reacted with everything he had, with a swing around with his stick and his hands up high.
Peace restored. Game tied.
Leave it to the good hands, people. Understanding. It's knowing that buying a new house often means finding new ways to save, even if that means bagging your lunch.
You want whole wheat or rye?
Give me rye.
And Allstate can help with a new house discount that could save you 15% on homeowners insurance.
You want mustard or mayo?
Mayo.
And 15% could buy lots of hot lunches.
You want mixed fruit or pudding?
Do you want the truth?
The Allstate new house discount. Another reason.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Live from Las Vegas, Knockout Night, featuring Thomas Hearns against Iran Barkley for the WBC Middleweight Championship. Knockout Night, a pay-per-view event Monday, June 6th. Call your cable operator and order today.
Janney and Keith Acton for the face-off, and the puck comes to Joyce. Moving out with Ray Bork. Rolls it along, tries to get by Lowe and does. Bork at the front, backhander turned away by Krushelnyski. And is Lowe playing it through the swirling fog for Edmonton. Then to McClellan and right back for Kevin Lowe. Move there, swings it right back to Neely. Lowe eyeing him up. Neely forces one through on Grant Fuhr. Shots are 5 for the Bruins, 2 for the Oilers in this period. Larson with a shot. Oh, and a good one. Turned away by Fuhr. Janney pokes one along, hoping for Joyce. Goes in to work for it. Locked up by Muni. Lowe pokes one further. Is holding the stick of Neely, and that'll cost. Delayed penalty call. And we get the stoppage of play. 12:26 to go in the second period. The Bruins with a chance to break the tie.
You're in the best-selling German-engineered car in the U.S. You can feel the solid German driving experience. You like it, and you can afford it. Come to Volkswagen's 4th annual spring celebration. Find special offers on our premium cars until May 31st. After that, the spring celebration will have run its course. Now lease a Fox GL sedan or wagon for just $119 a month at your participating Volkswagen dealer.
You don't need to hold the man. You can hold the stick, too.
You know, that's one of the few shots we've had of the cast that Kevin Lowe has on his hand. His 8th cast since his original went on. That's how many times it's been broken or softened. But it's for holding a stick that he gets called here. See him holding Neely's stick? It's not holding the man. Lowe has the lumber, and he just won't let it go.
I don't know how much of this sound gets through the various microphones we have in this building and home to you. It is deafening. Wesley is shot.
Key face-off on our super slow-mo camera. Kenny Linsman strips Mark Messier of it. And look at Wesley move off the boards a little bit to give himself an angle on Grant Fuhr. Watch where this puck goes in the net. A little bit off of Grant Fuhr, but it was high enough that Fuhr couldn't get it down low. There's a crucial space on Grant Fuhr. When he goes down, he gives a little bit, about a foot off the ice. That's exactly where Wesley put it.
Linsman wins it to Hawgood, then over to Kluzak. Through Crowder, Lemieux giving chase, and Grant Fuhr out. Notice the fog. Kluzak trying to keep it along, but it is picked up by Keith Acton. Acton threw it through the legs of Kluzak, and it is Moak out for the Bruins. Has trouble, though, and has to move back to the goal, but it kicked, fortunately for the Bruins, to Hawgood. Under 12 minutes to play, second period. Boston has come from a 2-0 deficit to score one late in the first and 2 here in the second. What a hit by Bukaboom on Mo Lemieux. Lemieux sees this one come right to him. Leaned on by McSorley. Crowder steps behind. Flips one that comes back to Peterson. Shovel shot. Stick save made by Fuhr. Krushelnyski starts back up ice. Bruins fans upset, thinking there were fouls in front of the net. As McClellan's toss misses for McSorley and gets Peterson. Tapped along to Billy O'Dwyer. And this one bumped over to Lowe, who just flings it out of play off the Bruins bench. And Dennis Morrell has signaled for the players to come out again and skate around the ice. You're seeing this from the same vantage point as Mickey Redmond. See that the big hit right there, Mike, by Bukaboom. He has lost his helmet twice by Bruin forwards getting their sticks up and really hammering him. Now, Bukaboom's 6'4" and bigger than most guys in the National Hockey League. A couple of shorter Bruin forwards have really nailed him, and he finally got upset, and he really cranked Lemieux over to the right of Grant Fuhr, but he is a big boy and has a very short temper besides. But the Bruins, Billy, finally are hitting offensively. They're dumping the puck in, and I think the most important thing, they're shooting the puck at Grant Fuhr, and it's going in.
Yeah, this is absolutely as much spark as we have seen from the Bruins in 4 games. I agree. And, you know, Jeff Bukaboom with his helmet, Mickey, he might get mad enough to tighten that chin strap of his. He has it very loose, and that's one of the reasons that he keeps getting it knocked off. Here's another look at Wesley's second goal of the game. All 3 Bruins goals coming from rookie defensemen, and you can see that Grant Fuhr was out at the top of his crease but couldn't get to it. And at this point, you know what I find amusing? The fact that we put Mickey Redmond down by the ice so he would have a good vantage point to see everything. Here's what Mickey's seeing right now.
It's pretty blocked off right here. I'll tell you, before the players came out, I could not see the far blue line. And the fog, you know, the other night there was about a 4-foot fog, but it was not very thick. You could really see through it. But tonight, with the extra heat in this building, it's very humid in Boston today. It's a real thick, soupy fog, and you can lose sight of it. And I would think you'd start to see some longer shots by both teams, but the goaltenders are going to have trouble. Yari Curry brings it along. Pivots away from Kluzak. Threw one in front that was off the skate of Bork and scooped up by Sweeney. Ray Bork with a pass on to Middleton, and right on him to shove him to the boards was Kevin Lowe. Muni across to Curry. Through Lowe, but to Tikkanen, and then to Muni. Muni just dishes it off to Tikkanen. Now, the Oilers did more dumping and chasing than usual here in Game 3, but that was because this was Boston
Kluzak with a wedge over to Sweeney. Hands to Kluzak. Broken down at the Oilers line, and here's Gretzky in stride. Gray Bork is back. Picks up Simpson. Gives to Curry. Knocked down by Sweeney. Sweeney sent right, almost head over heels by Yari Curry, and now the puck comes right back along to Gretzky.
You know, Sweeney's missed a couple of good offensive chances tonight, but he sure made up for it there. A 2-on-1 with him backing right in on Andy Moog and to stop Tikkanen and Curry on a 2-on-1. Great defense by Sweeney.
Sweeney makes the Oilers chase so that the Bruins can get in a shift change. See some aggressiveness here, too. They have Casper, Marquardt, and Burridge up front. Wesley and Larson, the defense. Smith's pass is crisply to Anderson, then to Simpson through the legs, but pumped away by Burridge. And now we have Larson taking someone to task behind. This occurred away from the play. The net dislodged. Glad to have cameras that are locked into videotape machines so we can see this.
It makes you glad to have nets, too, that are on those short posts as opposed to the old ones. That net would not have moved, and you can see the number of people that potentially could have been injured. That's Craig Simpson right there.
Boy, has he ever paid the price in this series and also in the one against Detroit for being near the net, sometimes on the power play, this time in an even strength situation.
Well, he's probably hoping that that head over heels tumble will make Glenn Sather forget about the drop pass that he let go just before that. You know, the Bruins just about broke up a play. Very dangerous when you move it 15 feet across the blue line and actually pass the puck backwards with any kind of steam on it. There it is right there. See Simpson dropping it? Wow, all of the Oilers are in deep if the Bruins want it. There's the collision. Glenn Anderson had certainly taken the, on the worst end of that 2-on-1 situation.
Here is Burridge staggering free. There'll be a penalty coming up. And now more afterward, and Craig Simpson, the man we mentioned a moment ago, is down and on all fours.
And he's going to even it up. You know that Marquardt is going. The Bruins had a power play ready to go, and Marquardt has nullified it. So it'll be even strength when we come back. Boston leads 3-2.
I just bought a set of Michelins.
You could have saved some money on another brand.
Why take chances when a Michelin's only a little more?
A tire's a tire.
My last set of Michelin's got 60,000 miles.
Tell me the truth. Didn't you buy them just for the name?
Yeah. The name is Jackie.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
All right, we'll try and lead you through these penalties. Glenn Anderson first is number 9 right in the middle of your screen. He is the guy that was whistled off for tripping. Burridge, number 12, is breaking for it. Watch Anderson just get the stick on his skate. Down goes Burridge. And after that, Marquardt was trying to stop Craig Simpson's progress, and he is off for roughing.
Got the hook into him pretty soundly there, and Burridge helped it out. You played with a guy for several years in Philadelphia that used to really make him look good a lot, in Bill Barber.
Scott here's pretty good too, Glenn Anderson.
We're not saying that Craig Simpson made that one look good, but he's had that capability of doing some acting earlier. Kluzak banks off, along now to McSorley. Wrapped along for McClellan. Checks with Kluzak. Trickles one along that is handled by Kruswiniski, and ahead to Kevin McClellan. McClellan shoved off by Kluzak. Still working, and help comes from Acton, but the puck winds up underneath Gord Kluzak, and another halt to play.
Right, now's the time the Oilers want to get a shot on Andy Moog. I bet you Andy might even be asking for a skate around. He's talking to Dennis Morel right now. And the fog is very heavy. There's a look at it from the far end, but it's just about as heavy even from the blue line in. I wonder if Dennis Morel is going to... You know what? Andy Moog got his say and won this little request. Morel is getting the guys out to skate around.
We had a lot more stoppages of play. Glenn Sather disagrees with this. We had a lot more stoppages of play in the first period than we've had in any period so far. There were 30 faceoffs in that first. Gretzky protesting now. Jürgen Mertz
is the massage therapist for the Oilers. And you may have noticed just a moment ago that Craig Simpson, who was apparently injured on the earlier play that drew the penalty to Marquardt, was getting a back rub at the bench. And a lot of old-time hockey players are probably saying right now, boy, has the game ever changed. Here at the Boston Garden, it's 3-2 in favor of the Bruins.
Knockout night. 3 World Championship bouts in one evening. Thomas Hearns battles to keep his WBC middleweight championship from Iran Barkley. Knockout night, a pay-per-view event. Monday, June 6th. Call your cable operator and order today.
Along with Mickey Redmond, Tom Mees, Bill Clement, Mike Emmerich from the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Hot and humid outside and the same story inside. Our temperature right now at about 84 degrees. Don't take a whole lot of stock in the fact that it has dropped 1 degree from the last time we checked about 15 minutes ago. It's not going to continue to drop. It has gone upward now 6 degrees overall since the game started. And that was only about an hour and 45 minutes ago. Krushelnyski with Janney and the puck to Kluzak. 9:10 to go in this second period. Trying to dig it out is Janney. Still they work, and turning with it is Acton. Keith Acton trying to step to the front. Oh, a good shot off the pad of Moe. Forced back around, but into Bukaboom. Puck taken at Krushelnyski and to Acton. Then off Bukaboom and around it swirls to Krushelnyski. We notice the fog once more. Krushelnyski's pass taken by Joyce, and he starts back out with Neely. They pick up Janney along the way. The dish is to Janney, and he's checked tightly by Krushelnyski. Acton back. Fans protesting about something well away from this. Acton moving. Rolls it by Peterson, but cutting behind to take it is Bourque. Keith Crowder starts it back with Janney. Nearly bump one another, and the puck can be controlled by Marty McSorley. Lacombe, and then Krushelnyski. Too much penetration inside the face-off circles in the last couple of shifts. But here is Lemieux. Moving one for Linsman, and he was dogged all the way by McTavish, and they're working one another over.
Boy, Linsman is working McTavish over right in front of Morrell. He gave the lumber to McTavish right on the head. No call.
Diving denial of Courtnall by Peterson. McTavish points it to Muni. Tripped up by Linsman, and play continues.
There's another one.
McTavish had it poked away by Peterson. Then along to Bourque. Lost his edge. Gave up the puck to Lacombe. Spun one in front, and Peterson there to block it. Here comes Mo Lemieux. Eyed up by Gregg. But it is Fuhr who cancels that by swinging it back off Gretzky. All the way down it goes, and we'll have an icing touch-up. Clock stopped with 7:30 to go in the second period. On the goal by Wesley, the Bruins have the lead.
You're in the best-selling German-engineered car in the U.S. You can feel the solid German driving experience. You like it, and you can afford it. Come to Volkswagen's 4th annual spring celebration. Find special offers on our premium cars until May 31st. After that, the spring celebration will have run its course. Now lease a Fox GL sedan or wagon for just $119 a month at your participating Volkswagen dealer.
You see the vital statistics on this. An important statistic is Ken Linsman's play in this playoffs.
There he is right in front. See him get the stick up on McTavish? Now watch. He scraped him right across the scalp. Look at Morrell. His legs are in the top left. Those are Dennis Morrell's legs. Good defensive play by Alan Peterson. He's got that 42-inch sleeve. It's got to be that long. He has done that so often. He goes for the dive, and he always makes contact with the puck first.
Linsman, the leading scorer for the Bruins in the playoffs, but also their leading antagonist. O'Dwyer sails one back in. Delayed offside is being signaled by the linesman, but that'll be broken because out come the Oilers. Curry working up the wing for Gretzky. Couldn't get by Wesley first time. Now plays one that is tipped along by Smith and gathered in by Middleton. On to Sweeney. Crosses with Middleton. Dishes it on for Larson. Chased down by Curry. Gregg hit by Sweeney, and the puck lost underneath the players. All of this is occurring getting down near Mickey Redmond territory. Mickey? Guys, I'll tell you, the fog is just getting worse and worse down here. Even 25, 30 feet from my position, it's very foggy. Denny Morrell now going to hand out coincidental minor penalties. And this Garden continues to heat up, not only temperature-wise, but I think we're seeing, guys, more emotion in this hockey game than we've seen in the whole series as two teams together.
Well, I think it's been said, I don't know how many times in this playoff, many times, that the elimination game is the tough game. It's the toughest one to play, and the teams that are facing elimination are the toughest ones to face. There's Sweeney just ramming into Randy Gregg. And I think the Bruins, we said that they are not going to quit, that Terry O'Reilly would not let them quit, and I think we are seeing a desperate hockey team. And when they play desperate, they play with emotion. By the way, Mickey, if Loch Ness Monster happens to pop her head up down there, be sure and let us be the first ones to know, okay?
I'm keeping my eye open, Billy, for anything strange. Of course, the Boston Garden is known for strange things over the years. You know, we were talking about Bukaboom's helmet earlier. You and I probably didn't have to deal with the helmet popping off and fixing the strap very much in our career because most players went without them. Mickey, are guys more likely to take liberties up high on someone, as Lintzman did with a helmetless player? Are they more likely to do that to another player who's helmeted rather than without that headgear? Personally, I think that with the youngsters in minor hockey today wearing face masks and helmets, the players are more inclined to get the sticks up with the face masks and the helmets. In the old days, there was not that much stick work up around the face because very few guys wore the helmets. If there ever was, I guess you meant it then, right? That's for sure. Here is Acton pivoting with 6:40 to go in the second period, and his team, the Oilers, leading in the series 3-0, but trailing in this game 3-2. Now it is Hawgood spinning back. Boy, really noticed the fog. McClellan then around for Hawgood, but it goes by Krushelnyski. They are in dense fog. McClellan there. Hawgood took a shot at him. Puck fired right back around to Bukaboom. Tap near Kluzak. McClellan and Kluzak lock it up, stoppage of play. Wouldn't surprise me, Andy Moog might be wanting another one of those circles by the teams because this is the worst right now that we've seen.
It is. You know who just asserted himself out there was Hawgood. Acton was leaning into him after the whistle, and finally Hawgood had enough and let him have it right between the shoulder blades with a straight left. Acton was kind of in front of him. So the youngster has expressed himself physically and on the scoreboard as well tonight.
Down in the hallway, where we don't think there's much fog, is Tom Meade.
No fog, Mike, but an awful lot of heat. Let me tell you about a lot of heat we're going to generate this coming Friday night. It's the 50-yard indoor war, arena football on ESPN, 7:30 Eastern. And that's 4:30 Pacific time. The New York Knights and the Pittsburgh Gladiators will come your way. That's this Friday night. 50-yard indoor war. We had a good game the other night in Providence. Almost 10,000 people, I understand, at the Civic Center as the New England Steamrollers beat the New York Knights. And we expect to have a good crowd and a good football town in Pittsburgh. So join us on Friday. If you've never seen arena football, it's quite unique. Sort of like playing hockey in the fog, Mike and Bill.
That it is, Tom, and maybe just a moment here for a sad note that we pass along in the interim. Dick Dillman, who was the original public relations director for the Minnesota North Stars, back to year one, 21 years with that franchise. We're sorry to hear that he has passed away. And our condolences to wife Marty and son Tom and daughter Lisa. Some happier news from the other league that was playing earlier in this week. We might mention, too, the International Hockey League has crowned a champion. Paul Baxter, remember him? And the Salt Lake City Golden Eagles, he's the coach there, won the IHL's Turner Cup, taking the title 4-2 over Keith Gretzky, Chris McSorley, a couple of brothers of Edmonton players, and the Flint Spirit. All right, fog lifted at least for now. Not entirely, but enough that they can resume play. Messier and Ken Lintzman for the face-off. And the puck won back to Bukaboom. Wrist shot off the glass. Crowder along, dropped it deep, but Anderson is there. In to take it is Simpson, wedged off by Ken Lintzman, and the battle continues. Kluzak and Messier. Ray Bork able to control. Bork just bangs one off the glass, hoping for Lintzman. He moves back with McSorley and checks him from behind. Lintzman able to get the puck from that. Centered one in front, and written down was Crowder by Simpson, and it'll be Simpson who will go. Now McSorley and Lintzman with an exchange, but I believe I saw a signal, and that it is, from Dennis Morrell holding, and Craig Simpson will go to the box.
Oh, what a pileup on the play when Craig Simpson went over. Crowder, he landed face first on the ice. I think he might have even been scraping his chin along. Here it is, right in front of Graham Fuhr. Watch Simpson go down. Boom, face first, knees up in the air. And Kenny Linsman sprung himself loose with a cross-check on Marty McSorley's back. That's why McSorley was taking exception after the play. You want to see a nosedive?
14-15, the time on the penalty to Craig Simpson. Gee, it looked like, yeah, you got both hands on the stick and you hit a guy from behind like that. Cross-check might have been called too, and we were thinking cancellation that time, but didn't happen.
One of the problems was the play went down the ice so quickly, Denny Morrell couldn't get up on the play. I mean, he's only one guy, one set of legs, and when the play spreads out like that, he gets stuck behind the play sometimes. It has to happen now and again.
Janney to Wesley, then back to Neely. Neely hit by Lowe, puck turned to McTavish, can't get it past Wesley. And it is Lowe back to take it for Edmonton. 5:25 to go second period as the Oilers clear. A minute and 35 seconds to go on the power play to the Bruins. Bruins are 1 for 5 on the power play thus far in the game. Ray Bourque steps ahead. They play the hard around, hoping for a carom to a Bruin or that they can at least battle for it, but this time the Oilers have it, and Bourque must go back. Shift change now for Boston. Glenn Wesley flips one. In comes a fresh Keith Crowder. Crowder checked by Lowe, then pinched off by Muni. Still they work, and Crowder takes Muni down, and that will take care of the power play. Maddening as it is, Keith Crowder will have to head for the box. And again, Bruin discipline has been a problem in this game tonight. Not so much as in the first three, but here's a case where it hurts them.
Well, the penalty was a breakdown in discipline, but Crowder caught himself. Did you see him get up and go charging towards Denny Morrell? And then he caught himself and just skated right by him. There's a good hit by Muni. And there's the hole right there. How good play by Muni. He just goes down, falls right on his face. And there's Crowder, goes right for Morrell. And then he decides to swerve away. Could have been worse. End up taking an extra penalty, although at this stage of this hockey season, it would be very difficult for Morrell to hand out an unsportsmanlike. Here's the power play tonight for the Oilers, 1 for 3. Not bad, 50% in the attack zone. 7 shots, definitely adequate. So they are having no problems. And the Bruins finally tallied at an important time in a hockey game on the power play. They are 1 for 5 tonight.
Two teams will go a man short for a minute 6, and then barring further penalties, there'll be a 54-second power play to the Oilers. Steve Smith taking this one. Shots in the game are 19 apiece. Boston with 8, Edmonton with 5. This is the type of hockey that they made a rule change to prevent the Oilers from cleaning up on the power play. They were so good in 4-on-4. Now some shoving near the Edmonton bench, but quickly, Swede knocks Kevin Collins, the linesman, in to restore order.
You know who's having a big conversation with Linsman? Look at him talking to the guys on the bench. Randy Gregg had him right where he wanted him. Linsman sort of had his stick around Gregg, but Linsman's back was to the Oilers bench. So, you know that some old acquaintances were renewed, Linsman having played for the Oilers. There's Bob Sweeney, one of the 4 rookies on this Boston team here in the finals. Janney, Joyce, Wesley, and Bob Sweeney. And when you think of the accomplishment of getting to the finals with 4 rookies that have really played a lot, Sweeney probably less than the other 3. Wesley, Janney, and Joyce.
Bob Sweeney, one of 6 collegians on this Boston team, and 4 of them have played in New England. And their careers have been followed by a lot of people who are sitting here tonight at the Boston Garden. Hockey fans in Boston can see games almost every night of the week, from high school hockey to collegiate hockey in the wintertime, and then, of course, the Bruins. Reed Larson had it checked right away by Krushelnyski. Larson goes right back at him. Help came from Sweeney. Krushelnyski steps behind, bangs into Andy Moog, who was in the midst of playing the puck. That's legal, of course. And ahead now comes Sweeney. Sweeney crossing with Ken Linsman. Puck dealt right back off to Acton, and the Bruin fans upset. Wayne Gretzky just slowing the play and looking for his options. Gretzky hammers one, and it went wide. Kevin Lowe goes back to get it. In 10 seconds, that Edmonton power play will start. Whistle blown, and it's because of the fog. It could be Dennis Morrell lost sight of it, although that seems odd, but he's blown play dead while it was still a live puck, it seems, so he wants the players to come out and skate once more. The first time this happened in Buffalo, they weren't really that organized, and so the players had to do it. And as I recall it, Bill, the second game that was played there where there was fog, they had everyone armed with blankets among the arena crew to come out and handle that chore.
Now, here's the Gretzky move on Gordon Kluzak. He gets it up high, goes by him. Where is it? Look at Andy Moog looking for the puck. Where is it? He still doesn't know. Yeah, it took a couple of games to catch on to it in Buffalo. And you know what's interesting? If you had a shot of both ends, you could really tell which end was the most severe with fog because the players realize it on the bench. And they know right now the Oilers' end was the worst. So there are more Oilers skating around on their end. You know, they know what Grant Fuhrer is going through, so they say, come on, guys, we got to get out there.
All of this occurs with 3:53 to go in the second period of a game that has really changed. The Bruins have come out and they've played solid Bruins hockey throughout. The Oilers scored on their first shot 10 seconds in from Glenn Anderson, had another goal toward the latter stage of the first period, and then Greg Hawgood, the 19-year-old rookie, got the Bruins back to within one. Glenn Wesley with a pair, one shorthanded, and one on the power play to make this a 3-2 Bruins advantage.
You can see that the shots tonight are deadlocked at 19. Here's the story in the series in shots. You can see the number that was so dismal for the Bruins. They only had 28 shots in their first two games in Edmonton. Outshot the Oilers here in Game 3 by a close margin, and they are deadlocked here. So when you take a look at those shots, we will also show you the accuracy on net. These are the percentage that actually end up on net from the total attempts. And you can see why the Oilers are so devastating. Their people hit the net, they have snipers, and they are tops in accuracy in every game against the Bruins.
Curry stymied by Burridge. Casper comes in to help out. Now the power play to Edmonton has begun. It has about 45 seconds in it. Burridge still working hard. So is Casper, but ahead with it is Simpson. Moving with Wayne Gretzky. Simpson plays for Gretzky. They tried the tip to Messier, and it came right back to Gretzky, who sent it across the goal mouth. Smith with a drive. Score! And the game is tied at 3. Steve Smith fired. I'm not sure if Simpson tipped it or not.
You know, the whole thing started with a 2-on-2 situation. Simpson and Gretzky coming down on two Bruin defenders. They backed in and gave them the precious blue line with Craig Simpson having control of it. Gretzky passed it in front, missed his man, and came off the board.
Budweiser and Bud Light join with USA Today to give baseball fans something new. Now, for the first time, you can also pick up an official All-Star fan ballot, free wherever you pick up Bud or Bud Light. Vote for your favorite Major League players. Then, test your talent for baseball trivia and win valuable prizes.
Okay, maybe... maybe not. You like this guy at third? How about this...
No.
Come on. Do you,
What National League catcher played 11 consecutive All-Stars?
Says here it was me.
Johnny Bench! Hey, how you doing?
Answers are in USA Today every day. So to fans everywhere, settle back with a cold Bud or Bud Light. Vote for the players you want to see in the All-Star game and be part of a baseball tradition.
Delivery. Swinging a shot into right center field may not be caught.
It's no big deal. It's a pain.
No, Carrie, it's called a Master Care car service.
Brakes, alignments, tune-ups,
The works.
it's no big deal. And the 6-month or 6,000-mile warranty covers parts, labor, wherever they do Master Care service.
From Seattle to Schnecksville.
Sounds right, this Master Care.
So right that fixing your car is no big deal.
Finally, taking care of your car is no big deal. Master Care Car Service by Firestone.
I thought they just sold tires.
They'll cut me right off the bottom line. Maybe I better not show it to them.
No doubt in my mind, it's a case we can win. There's one one airline that knows its business so well, it actually lets you keep your mind on yours.
Three-part strategy.
United, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve.
Our guy's flying tonight. There's tomorrow. We all fly on Thursday.
Come fly the friendly skies.
I got this covered or what?
Knockout Night, featuring Thomas Hearns against Iran Barkley for the WBC Middleweight Championship. Knockout Night, a pay-per-view event Monday, June 6th. Call your cable operator and order today.